I've been following your podcast and the Leadership Foundry for quite some time. I was hoping you might discuss the topic on one of your podcasts, as I believe it's an industry-wide issue we're all facing. Why are our colleagues leaving our company? My company specifically is seeing a large increase in colleagues leaving, and especially colleagues that have been with the company for 5 to 7 years. And it's not always for the same reason. Some want to switch industries, some aren't the right fit, others move laterally to competitors, and some have left because they're asked to leave based on performance. My question is this: is it time to do a self-reflection of our team and culture? And if so, how do we do that? I'm struggling to grasp if this is an internal problem or if this is a consequence of the world we're living in right now. I really enjoy working for my company and my team, and it's hard for me to grasp why others do not. Whatever the root cause is for people leaving, I'd love for us to do the best we can to attract and keep our talented team intact. I know that when a trusted colleague leaves, no matter what reason, it causes the rest of the team to question their own loyalty to the company. Do you have any advice on how to address this issue?
That's a great question.
That's a really great question. So, yeah, what do you think? What are some of the things that you see as reasons why people are leaving? So maybe we can start first on the employee side, and then we can flip a little bit and talk about the leader side.
Yeah, I definitely think it's a two-parter. So, as with most of the conversations we have, our evidence is anecdotal. So as I think about all the conversations I've had, all the stories we've heard, these are some things that come to mind. During the pandemic, we were forced to live and work differently, very differently. It was a shock to the system for everyone.
Yeah.
So you've got suddenly millions of people working out of their homes, which by itself was just a very stressful situation. We're trying to do life and do work in that particular environment. So that was difficult, and people had to deal with that. I think people were asked to do more with less. They were asked to take on more responsibilities, not necessarily for more income. And I think that one of the things that you and I talk about a lot with our clients is business relationships. I think that the disconnect of having to work virtually, and I know people have done their very best to try to stay connected virtually, it's not the same. So I think those three ingredients really just led to this growing pressure out in the workforce. And then this is something that I think we both have seen because we've been in business for a while. Every now and then you see sort of a seismic shift. And the shift that I've noticed is it's gone from maybe 3-4 years ago, an employer-centric workplace to now an employee-centric workplace. And what I mean by that is employees now have the power. And I think as you think about the Great Resignation, they felt that power, they felt like they actually had options, and they left in droves. They just said, I've had enough, it's time to move on. And they felt confident that they could find something else. Some of them had the financial means to maybe take some time, take a break and move on. But I think those factors plus people feeling their power really led to this.
Welding together practical insights and powerful conversations to forge world-class leaders. This is the Leadership Foundry Podcast.